My name is Juri Kuroki. I'm 33 years old and have been married to my husband for 8 years. Originally, my husband and I met at a major company and got married. But 5 years ago, he decided to start his own business, so we both quit our jobs. We promised to work hard together at the company, where he's the president. But as our business started to go pretty well, our relationship gradually began to change.
Hey, Judy, can you handle this video editing, this script, and this article too?
Wait, all of this? Isn't my job just writing scripts? We agreed on that when this company was founded, right? I've always said I'm not good at writing articles and can't do it. Even so, Ryo wouldn't give up.
Hey, you know everyone is super busy and having a tough time, right?
Lately, whenever something comes up, it's always this line. Is he even listening to me? He keeps saying everyone's busy, but it's obvious my workload is way too much. Besides, Ryo isn't doing any work himself. At first, we enjoyed working together when we founded the company. But once it got going, Ryo started leaving everything to the employees.
Hey, are you listening to me?
Until now, I've never said a word back to him and always kept quiet. But this time, I've decided to speak my mind. Why do you always ask me to do all the work? There are others who have more free time.
Are you talking back to me? Just because you're friendly with the staff. Don't get cocky.
That's not what I meant. Ryo knew that I was liked by both male and female juniors, and he was aware he wasn't liked. That's why he took his frustrations out on me. One day,
Juri, could you help with this too?
A newly joined employee, Miss Ishikawa, often talks to me in her sweet voice. Miss Ishikawa comes to me immediately whenever she encounters a problem. And instead of asking about the details of the task, she simply asks me to handle things she can't do. Miss Ishikawa, isn't this your work? If you don't know how to do it, I can show you. But relying on others entirely isn't a good habit.
Well, but I don't understand it at all. I'm sure you know because you've been here for a long time, right?
In this day and age, I wondered if this attitude was normal for new employees. And there seemed to be a problem with Miss Ishikawa. She was overly close to Ryo, often having meals, and going out with him on weekends. Something feels off. Honestly, I suspected there was some kind of a relationship between Ryo and Miss Ishikawa. However, I was fed up with Ryo's recent behavior, so I felt indifferent about whatever was going on. In the end, I ended up taking over Miss Ishikawa's tasks as well. I'm home. Having completed all the tasks Miss Ishikawa had asked me, I was utterly exhausted. As I opened the front door, there was a pair of women's shoes I wasn't familiar with. A woman? Could it be Miss Ishikawa at my place? With that thought, I opened the door to the living room. As I expected, Ishikawa and Ryo were in the living room.
I got Miss Ishikawa pregnant. Please divorce me.
Huh? Normally, I might have been upset, but surprisingly, I was calm. Well, I had prepared myself for this outcome eventually, but I didn't expect it to happen today. I made up my mind. Fine, then I'm quitting my job.
Wait, that's not good.
Why? Since we're getting divorced, so it's fine, isn't it?
That's a problem. You understand how busy I am as the president, right?
Huh? All you do is handling work to others every day, right? Then afterwards, you casually go gambling or golfing. You thought I wouldn't find out?
That's nonsense.
I've heard from my friends that they often run into you playing golf. And my father also frequents that gambling place. If you don't want to admit it, should I bring the surveillance camera footage here? Well, I wouldn't go that far.
That's a different matter. I want you to continue working.
Ugh, how selfish is he? That's impossible. I don't want to breathe the same air as the two of you. Ryo looked uneasy at my words. Well, up until now, he's just been pushing work onto others and haven't done anything by himself. It's not surprising, I suppose.
No way. Do you know how important you are to our company?
Oh, really? Is that how you think of me?
Yeah. That's why I can't let you quit. The company can't run without you.
Then let me ask you. If you can't afford for me to quit, why do you treat me this way? Both Ryo and Miss Ishikawa got heated at my words.
Stop it! You're not a child, so stop making a fuss!
Who's really making a fuss here?
What?
You two want to get married, so you ask me for a divorce. But you don't want me to quit the job? Isn't this so selfish and self-centered?
That's... well...
There's no point in continuing this conversation here. No matter what you say, I'm quitting my job.
Hey, don't be mad.
I'm not mad. But who's been burdening me all this time?
I'm sorry for that.
I don't need apologies just to smooth things over.
Then let me do something to make it up to you.
No thanks. Well, I'll be quitting in 2 weeks. So please, take care of things until then.
Wait, Judy?
Judy?
They kept saying things to me, but I took only the bare minimum of my belongings and left the house. The next day, as I prepared to quit my job, I had to hand over responsibilities to my juniors. I was wondering whom to assign tasks to and instruct, staring at the screen. Work aside, I really want to get compensation from those two somehow. While keeping an eye on Ryo and the others from a distance, I was thinking if there was any good way to handle this. Ryo was the one who brought up the idea of divorce after all. The problem clearly lies with him. But what should I do? Should I investigate Miss Ishikawa's background or something? If I don't take action, nothing will change. I searched through the company's internal records and found Miss Ishikawa's resume. It turns out she worked at a company called Ace Production before. Wait, isn't that where Ray works? I immediately called her number. Hi, is this Ray? Sorry to bother you when you're busy. There's something I need to ask.
Oh, what's wrong?
Do you know Miss Ishikawa? She's currently at our company.
Oh, yeah, I know her. But you should be careful with that girl.
Please, tell me more about her. When I told Ray about everything that had happened, she told me various things. What? Is that true?
It is. She approaches various men, makes them fall for her, and turns it into a romantic relationship. Plus, of course, there were gifts. And also stories about receiving money from the men.
Wow, I see.
Once she realizes a man doesn't have money anymore, she moves on to the next one. That's about it.
So Ryo was her target in this case.
But considering the timing, there might be more to it.
Huh? Upon hearing something unbelievable from Ray, I made up my mind.
Well, good luck.
Thanks a lot. I hung up the phone and immediately took action. A week later, I've been handing over tasks to various people. But now it's time to hand over to Miss Ishikawa.
Jury, are you really going to quit? It's not good to have that attitude just because you think I stole your husband. I've been relying on you, Jury.
I wonder if Ryo asked her to do whatever it takes to keep me from quitting. Because she's talking to me more than usual. But don't think I'll go along with your plans. Miss Ishikawa, you just want to dump your work on me, right? Did Ryo ask you to do it?
Isn't it terrible to doubt me? I'm just relying on you, Jury.
Fine. Now just listen quietly to the handover from me. No matter what you say, I'm planning to quit the job. I calmly instructed Miss Ishikawa on the tasks.
Huh? I don't get it.
Are you really listening? I taught you this right after you joined the company.
But I've already forgotten.
That's strange. Since you joined, hasn't this been your main task? Don't tell me you can't do anything on your own, because you were leaving it all to me.
No way!
I guess neither you nor Ryo can do anything at all, huh? After all the complaints, the handover of work to Miss Ishikawa was completed. Oh, right. Would you tell Ryo I'll come to his place tonight? You two live together, right?
Yes, of course. We're so in love that we can't bear to be apart 24/7.
I didn't ask for that, but... Oh, okay. In that case, Miss Ishikawa, please wait with Ryo. I want to pick up my remaining belongings and discuss about the divorce.
Sure thing. I'll be waiting. Please get divorced soon.
Yes, of course. I allowed a slight smile to creep onto my face and left Miss Ishikawa's side. That evening, I went home and spoke in front of Ryo and Ishikawa. All right, let's get started since I have something to discuss. I'm in the middle of consulting a lawyer about divorce and compensation.
Huh?
That's about it for divorce.
What?
When the word compensation came out of my mouth, the two of them got angry.
Why are you trying to get compensation from us?
That's right. Your marriage has been over for a long time, hasn't it? I know about it.
Why do you know such thing?
Of course, I researched it beforehand.
I see. Miss Ishikawa, you really enjoy doing your research.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Do you think I don't know about it?
What are you talking about?
Take a look at this. You're said to be a habitual offender of romance scams.
I haven't done anything like that. That's terrible. There's no evidence.
Evidence? If you want to see it that badly, here you go.
What?
What is this photo about? What's going on?
Well, that's...
Miss Ishikawa, this is a situation you don't want to explain, isn't it? I've always thought there was something wrong with you. And I've heard from a friend the other day. Rei Momose, who used to work at your previous company, Ace Productions. Do you know her?
I've talked to her a few times.
Rei Momose is an old friend of mine.
What?
When I asked her, I found out a lot of things. And this photo is also something she gave me.
What? Why would Miss Momose have a photo like this?
You've had some kind of relationship with the three men in this photo, right? You borrowed money from them, received gifts, and enjoyed yourself quite a bit.
That's just your imagination.
Hey, tell me more about this photo.
What does that mean? Are you saying that Juri is better than me?
Hey, you said you've never dated anyone and don't understand love. What is this? If you have a rebuttal, tell me.
Well,
All of this is true. You probably can't argue back.
What kind of person are you? You liar!
If lies like that are all it takes, Miss Ishikawa, it's better off, right?
what do you mean by that?
As I said earlier, I know a lot because I've been asking around. You are being accused of fraud and theft crimes. By these people, right?
What do you mean? Why would you know so much?
Ray seemed to have been asked for some advice from one of these guys, and she gave me details. Aren't tens or hundreds of thousands of claims come in? You thought you can't possibly pay such a large sum on your own. So you approached Ryo. Did I say something wrong? In this way, Miss Ishikawa was left speechless.
So you wanted my money from the beginning?
Well, it's not like I was after your money. I just liked you and approached.
In that case, you said there wasn't enough money, for your father who was hospitalized, and you borrowed 1 million from me. Pay it back right now.
What? I can't pay it back all of a sudden.
First of all, is your father really in the hospital?
Well,
I immediately called her father, whose contact information was listed on her resume. Hello? I work at the same company as Miku Ishikawa. Are you her father? May I ask where you are right now? When I glanced over at Ishikawa with a smirk, she seemed quite flustered. Oh, you're on a trip right now. I'm sorry. Oh, no, it's nothing. I heard that Miss Ishikawa's father was hospitalized. It seems there was a misunderstanding. I apologize for the inconvenience. Well then.
calling my father is so cowardly.
You lied about your father being hospitalized and received 1 million yen from Ryo. Aren't you the cowardly one?
I was deceived by you. My life is at its worst. Give me back my time and money.
But I have no money.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I plan to claim compensation not just from Ryo, but also from you, Miss Ishikawa. So, be prepared for that. Like this, Miss Ishikawa was told by Ryo to never show her face again, and was kicked out of his house.
Judy, I'm really sorry. Let's not divorce. We're not getting divorced, and you're not leaving the company either. That's okay, right?
That's impossible. Just give it up.
No.
You're the one that brought up divorce. And looking at your attitude at work so far, there's no reason to continue working here. And of course, it's impossible to continue the marriage after such things.
So, it's really impossible.
I also don't think your company will last for years.
What do you mean?
If you're upset, why don't you do something on your own? I'm looking forward to it.
You have no business management experience. What do you know?
I wish he'd realized sooner that he was just a name-only president. And so we managed to divorce without any issues. I also managed to quit the company as planned. A few days later, I wanted to thank Ray for all the things she had told me, so I invited her to a cafe.
You don't need to thank me anymore.
I can't just leave it at that. Thank you so much for everything.
Actually, I should be thanking you.
What?
You know how I mentioned that someone came to me for advice about Miss Ishikawa? He hasn't been able to contact her. And he also said he didn't even know where she is or what she's doing. So, when I told him about Miss Ishikawa's current situation, he was really happy.
Oh, I see. That's good to hear.
So, what are you planning to do next? How about starting your own company?
I've thought about it, but it's impossible for me. There are all sorts of expenses like property taxes, so I can't run a company.
Then why not make it all online? Just set up your home as your office.
Working at home?
Yeah. Everything from delivery to payment is done online. And you just want to have enough money to live on, right?
That's true, but...
That will be fine. I know a lot about these things, so leave it to me.
Seeing Ray's smile, I naturally started feeling like even if I were to start a company, it might work out. Alright, this must be my fate, so I'll give it a try. I'm going to be the president.
Great! Your past experience will surely come in handy. Let's do our best.
Yep. And so I chose a path of independence rather than employment. With Ray's support and the experience I've gained from Ryo's requests, I got off to a good start. I hadn't realized until now that I could handle everything from orders to settlements by myself. This exciting feeling, it's completely different from when I was at the company. Wow. While I felt busy, I was also very happy to realize that I could do things if I tried. Miss Ishikawa seems as if she is experiencing the consequences of her actions, and she's been demanded for a compensation by several men now. A simplistic thinking of wanting money right away and easily has led to this outcome.
I thought it was going well.
She was trying to use Ryo, but this too ended in failure. Now she's working hard to repay the debts. On the other hand, as for Ryo, because he had always assigned work to me and to other employees, he was struggling to make progress with work. Also, Miss Ishikawa was rejected by Ryo, felt uncomfortable at the company, and ended up resigning voluntarily. She had always used people to her convenience, and now she's facing the consequences. I hope this makes them reconsider their actions, but it might be difficult for Ryo. I'm done. I'm back to being single now, but I have no regrets. I can use my time as I like, and every day feels very fulfilling. All right. I think I'll invite Ray to dinner today. Praising myself once more, I called Ray.